How many of you were ever compared with others since childhood? Either by your parents or teachers? I'm happy to see I'm not only the one. So they have benchmarks set on us, isn't it? And especially for me, I was brought up close to relatives, and the comparisons were like background music in a loop. Right. I noticed one pattern. These comparisons were coming from these people towards four groups. Firstly, toppers. Seriously, aren't they bored being in top position each time? But that's what given them respect, I believe. So I wanted to keep my parents happy, and I studied well. I topped in 2-3 subjects, but I failed in others. That put me back to average with extra scoldings. Now, secondly, these are the hardworking group. So they can resist, bear pain and responsibilities. For instance, my uncle was referring to a student who was actively involved in agriculture activities and paying his family debts. I was inspired. I stopped watching cartoons. Yeah, it's hard because Tom and Jerry never judged you, right? And I set my foot to agricultural land too and tried out something new there. And next, you have two groups who are good with social settings. So the one group who has ability to be sportive and have a spotlight on them, and the second group who is good at organizing cultural events and celebrations. I followed them, and eventually I got better at organizing small events like children's birthday parties. So I sampled all four to impress my extended relatives or parents. This was just like a survival to me. But two incidents came in my life where being average at multiple things has shown some value. The first one in my college days, and the second one in the agriculture field itself. So today I will talk about an incident happened in my college days, because most of you would be fluent with engineering, right? So during my engineering days, there was one famous national hackathon called Smart India Hackathon. Might be knowing about it very well. So the problem statements were set by government and private sectors, and team size is limited to 6 people. Teams from my college were trying hard to set a place in this particular hackathon. During second year, it was our time. So I took a step and formed a team. Our team consists of an interesting mix. So we had 2 decent guys, one and only mechanical girl, and my friend from electronics branch. Other 4 of us were attitude students, tagged by college. And one among them is also involved into cricket betting. So he became our chief funding officer, CFO. So not just our team, even our team name was unique. So team name was Entramana. So which stood different in all the English team names. So we took a problem statement from Marico, a company behind coconut oil, a parachute coconut oil. So they wanted a safe and efficient solution for harvesting coconuts. So we understood the emotion behind the problem. So how we can take it up and mitigate risks for farmers. So we put all our expertise and we came up with an idea which was automated coconut harvesting robot. Then we cleared first 2 rounds of Smart India Hackathon, which was ideation and presentation, making us one of the 4 teams in our college. And many professors want to break our team because they wanted to take these decent guys into other safe teams. So now we have moved to prototype round and we just have 3 months. So we faced many challenges. The first challenge comes from the faculty itself. We had to write many permission letters in order to use laboratory. Again, we are tagged as attitude, right? Then there were 2 professors, Tamba from computer science and Gopinath from mechanical. Now they are HODs of respective departments, but back in those days, they genuinely believed us. And we set up a workspace in one of our professors' house itself. And their neighbors thought that we were starting up some coconut shop. Then we had budget constraints, so we had to change our climbing robot to a roving version of a model, where this had an arm of 10 feet and which can extend to 25 feet and harvest the coconuts. So the mechanical girl did really well with designing the robotic arm, and as did everyone did well in their respective fields. But our budget exceeded. So we needed an important components for processing and detection of coconuts, like Raspberry Pi and neural computing stick. I borrowed them from my seniors. So in engineering terms, this is called resource optimization. But in reality, it sounds like, Bhaiya, please. Finally, we competed with 8 teams, including IITs and NITs. And we were the first runner-up. So, thank you. So being a team from our college going that far, which has not happened in a history for our college. So eventually we started guiding juniors and we even won some hackathons as well. But at that moment I realized being average at multiple things is not a weakness. It's a superpower when you point it to a meaningful problem. So I learned discipline from toppers and trying out the ways of hard working. I stayed resilient. And from social and cultural folks, I learned collaboration. Okay, now coming back to the comparisons, right? They stopped for a while and life was peaceful. Now these 4 groups have evolved, like toppers became job hunters, and yeah, the collaborative folks are into some political events. Now this background music has started again, but this time in WhatsApp groups. Thank you.